Hi, this is David, also known as many things. I'm not going to list them this one. I noticed my microphone, my 9-year-old, I hope she makes it to be 10. She had it stuffed behind the screen. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I wanted to let you know a little bit about the singles in the Mormon church. Now this is comical to me. Okay, it might not be to you, but it is to me. When I was between divorces, Mormons are encouraged to join and be part of the singles program. Well, the singles program is designed, I think, for two reasons. One is for you to meet other singles that are desperate and get the hell married again. I think the other reason to the singles program is to it slipped my mind. I don't know what the second reason was. Maybe there's only one reason. Anyway, in between marriages, I did join the singles program in the Mormon church. Now, it was quite an experience. What it is, they have a thing. Now, I think this has been changed. It was called M&M, I think, M&M penis or something. It was like M&N. It's wrecking my mind again. I need to be hospitalized. I'm a danger to myself and to my public. M&M and Gleaners. I think they dropped that term. Now it's the young singles. Well, the young singles range from 18 to 99. So you get to go to these dances. Now, I don't know if you've ever been to a Mormon dance, but don't go. You're not going to enjoy it. We had to go, and there were dress standards. Most of the time, I think we had to wear a tie. And when you wear it tied around your waist or around your head or your neck, they have no sense of humor. They will tell you, put the necktie on or get the hell out of here. We're private property. And you know me, I pray and I obey, so I just put the tie on, but I wouldn't tie it, I'd just wrap it around. The bastards. They can't get the old caribou. So anyway, I went to several of the dances, and it's quite a conglomeration of, I guess I'm going to say human beings, and I use the term loosely. Now, I'm not putting myself above the others at those dances. Yes, I am. If you want to see a group of losers, go to a singles dance in the Mormon church. Now, to be single in the Mormon church, you've got to be a real idiotic, asshole, stupid, fool person. Because any Mormon will marry you. It doesn't matter what you look like. You have no money. You have no job. You've been in jail 800 years, and you're a priesthood holder. The girls are going to marry you. And the boys need sex, so they'll marry the girls that, you know, Omar the tent maker made their dresses. So I went to some of the dances, and they did have some parties. Now, if you've ever been to a Mormon party, you'll never go again. And those of you who haven't gone, don't go. They're boring, they're stupid, there's no drinking, of course there's no drugs, and there's no fun. So, geez. I went to one party with my friend, and we were sitting there, and there was these two young girls. I was probably 33, maybe, and Ken must have been, it was very similar in age. And he had never been married. He was a real bozo. I've been married 17 times, so I kind of knew what I was looking for. And these two girls were walking across the banister and staircase there, and I got up and tried to look under their dresses. No, I didn't do that. I didn't know about that when I was that age. But anyway, they were, you know, yelling at each other and kind of fighting. And I turned to Ken and I said, man, how'd you like to be married to one of those for the rest of your life? Now, that was a funny statement, because the one that was making the most amount of noise, I married. I later married the girl. She was a cheerleader. Oh, head cheerleader. I have to always remember to call her the head cheerleader, like the football team called her. And she was cute. I think she was 23. A returned missionary. I was 33, and I had custody of my 5 kids, and one of them was 3 or 4 months old. And so anyway, she was kind enough to pity me, and she said, I really like bald men. And I said, honey, this is your lucky day. So we got married. So anyway, let me tell you the dances. Now, the young people's dances, they take a credit card. Now, they used to do this. I'm not sure they do it anymore, but their little pamphlet for the strength of the youth of Zion, they took this little credit card and they put it at the girls' bottom of their hemline on their dress, and that credit card better come to their knee or their ass is out of there. Well, every time, you know, there was Friday or Saturday, and the high council meeting met, and the high priest met, they said, well, we need a couple of chaperones at the singles dance. Who would like to do that? And every old high priest who was anywhere from 55 to 155 were pushing each other to get to the credit card measurement. So they could get their face right down in the girl's crotch and be looking at, supposedly, the credit card. You pass. You pass. Jesus. What a nut farm. So anyway, you will find at these dances a lot of divorced people. And after you talk to them, and I've got to admit, back in those days, I was probably one of those people that when you talk to them, you know they're hard to live with, or they're jerks or idiots. And it doesn't have to be a man or a woman. Well, I guess it has to be a man or a woman. I don't know. But anyway, they're losers. They're absolute losers. Well, one night I remember there was a couple of girls that followed me out to the car when the dance was over. And I think there was 3 or 4 of them. And they weren't 14-year-olds. These were full-grown women, young girls, 17, well, about 18 to 20. And I just like to screw with them. Not like Joseph. I'm using this as a figurative phrase. And they said, well, you know, who are you? And I told them I was the new caribou. And they said, well, what do you do? And I said, I bash the Mormon church. Thousands of videos. And someday I will be killed for it. And they said, well, what about your history? And I said, well, you know, I've been a member of the church a long time. And I have a lot of kids, and custody of 5 kids. And, oh, that made them feel like, you know, they could be instant mothers. Little did they know I would make them an instant mother over and over. I was a faithful priesthood holder. Lay down. Anyway, she says, well, you know, what is your history? And I said, well, I served in Vietnam. And, oh, really? You're a returned soldier? And I said, yes. And said, well, how was that? And I said, well, it's kind of a sad situation. I said, I stepped on a bouncing Betty and it blew my nuts off. Now, I said this to 4 girls that were in their 20s. I thought that they were going to be frozen pillars of salt, like Lot's wife. They have no sense of humor in the Mormon church. Not one of them said, pull that thing out and let me see. I don't believe you. They don't have any sense of humor at all. So anyway, they left. As soon as I said that, the 4 of them walked off. Now, I don't know if that's because I was rude and crude, or maybe it's because I didn't have a penis. I don't know. But I'm telling you, those things were losers, losers, losers. And you always wanted to go to one that was statewide, not ward-wide, because there's 8 or 9 ugly girls in a ward, you're stuck. If you go to a stake young person's dance, there may be, you know, 300 or 200 girls there, and 199 are as ugly as a mud fence, but, you know, the other 2 are mentally ill. They just got released for the weekend, and you may find one. Well, I found my 3rd wife, and, you know, we were married 18 years. It took her a long time, and me a long time, to realize we'd made a terrible mistake. Some, whatever, 10 or 12 kids later. So anyway, don't get single in the Mormon church and go to the singles dance. The stake president and the bishop are on your back. They know you've been married. They know you've been screwing all week with your wife or your husband, and now their rules say that Mr. Penis and Miss Vagina are closed for business. Well, they don't know that those are 24-hour 7-Eleven organs. They never close, but they think they do. So they're on your case all the time about, is your penis in your pants? Does your vagina ever get wet? They just go all over the place with inappropriate questions and wanting the details. How often? When? Do you look at pornography? Let me see the pornography you look at. So, anyway, I just want to let you know the Mormons do have a young singles program, but it's for missionaries who are losers and divorcees, male and female, who are losers. And if you go in there, there's a good chance that you're going to marry a loser. Thanks.